All right. So is this your first time on radio?
It is.
But you do have a voice for radio.
Got a face for radio.
Bada bing.
I'll get in there early.
All right.
It's like the first time in a long time that we've done a MisInfoNation.
And it's going to be the last. I care about your family, and this is going to end your work forever. You know that, right?
I mean, we came in here knowing that was a danger. So there's one thing that I have to say, which is, Katie, if you're listening, you might want to sit this one out.
You might want to skip this one.
There are things we think we know about places. But history, prejudice, stereotypes, and the viral nature of 24-hour news and social media has made common knowledge about faraway places even more twisted than ever.
Today on Passport, we try and clear up some of the outright lies of an entire country by doing what we do best, having a chat with somebody who actually knows what they're talking about.
Today on MisInfoNation, it's all cars, cappuccinos, carpaccio, and cannoli. Or is it? Today we head to that big old beautiful boot jutting into the Mediterranean Sea, Italy.
Giuseppe Verdi said, "You can keep the universe, just give me Italy." If you've ever been, you know instantly what he means. From the rugged Alps in the north, the gorgeous alpine lakes and glacier-carved valleys, to drop-dead gorgeous Tuscany, perhaps the best-known region, and beyond, Italy seems to have it all.
The madness and romance of Rome, the pristine, perfectly color-coded class and style of Milan, the rugged and rich and endlessly tasty islands of Sicily and Sardinia. The beauty, the passion, the football, the mafia, the architecture, the music, the wine, and of course, the cuisine.
Cliché-wise, Italy is a glaringly obvious choice for what we do here on the show. So we've called in our guest for the week, Milan-born photographer and dear friend Dario Flores d'Arcais. And with Italy, he's staring straight at an open goal.
The stereotypes of Italy sometimes irk him. They sometimes make him laugh. But he has a real problem today with the outsider's view of Italy. Does this make you nervous?
It's like a torture box.
I mean...
Oh, it's not for me. It's for my country, man.
Right.
So the problem for me with this is that there's no sense you do a MisInfoNation about Italy.
Let's start there.
For so many reasons.
This is perfect.
First reason is that all misconception, cliché, they're all true. So there's no point of me being here trying to deny or what.
Well, this is what we're going to find out. Is it 100% true?
Absolutely.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Wow,
We're going to have a
straight
ball.
in there.
If it is, we're going to have a ball.
It
All right,
is.
guys, that's it for this week. We'll see you next week. But is Dario right? Is the world right? Is Google right? Is it possible that every single cliché of one of Europe's most beautiful places ring true? Today on MisInfoNation, with this unstereotypical Italian, we're going to find out. So first things first, what does Dario think we're going to ask him?
Do Italians speak while they eat all the time?
Oh, nice.
It's true. As I told you, everything that I'm saying is true.
This is all
It's
confirmed.
I don't want to try to deny it. According to True Romance, which is an awesome movie, by the way, Italians do share some blood and genes with Africans.
Okay.
But yes, it's true.
Yes?
So yeah, absolutely. I think this is the reason why we ended up being so fucking amazing.
God damn.
This is easy. Do Italians eat pasta all the time? Yes. Do I really want to deny it? No, we do. Where are we? So Italians do it better, you know? Okay.
It's just as a general rule.
General thing.
Okay.
We do have a section that's basically
We
that.
do.
That's fantastic.
I know how that's going to go
Yep.
now.
Listen, it's a saying.
Yeah.
And this is wrong, actually. We are the best also at the worst. Like, no. This is fucking true, guys.
So you're amazing at being great and terrible in equal measure.
Yes, that's the definition of Italian.
But you know what? I completely agree. All right.
Are all Italians related to Mafia? Somehow?
Sure. Yeah, that's definitely on our
That's
list.
on the list.
For sure.
Definitely are. I mean, in a way, like if you think about the 6 degrees separation, we are.
Okay.
Even I think a 3 degree separation. I guess you are.
This was just to be upfront about. This is the other worry that I had about doing this. Was that Dario's just going to say, "Yep, that's true" to everything.
But it is.
But I'm already. I want to ask more questions. So this is
We can
sign.
We can discuss about it.
I'm excited about going for a 100% true misinformation.
Right? If we can manage that would be incredible.
I'm pretty confident we can.
All right.
Okay.
With the confidence of Dario's prediction in our minds, we got into some background. We've known Dario for a long time, and we'd always pictured a well-dressed kid growing up in Milan, church on Sunday, hair slicked over to one side, but turns out that wasn't really the case. The world of high fashion was strictly off limits.
So my parents, they're kind of these leftist intellectuals.
Okay.
So for them, anything that had a brand on it didn't have a sense. Unacceptable. I still remember my 14th birthday.
Okay.
I asked for for a Ralph Lauren shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one with the horse.
Yeah, the one with the horse, with the polo. And I opened the presents. I knew it was a shirt by feeling the...
You could tell from the fabric, right?
From the fabric. I opened it, and it was this shirt with a polo horse, but the brand was Oxer. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, Mom, come on, please. And I had to fake I was happy. So I was crying. I had real tears of sadness, and I pretended them to be like happiness.
So somehow, without argument, without a question, without hesitation, totally unconsciously, we went straight to style. And it turns out it is incredibly important in Italy. Even a 14-year-old kid raised by lefty intellectuals who had evenings out with Noam Chomsky could tell us that. But hang on. Before we get to fashion, let's have a look at Italy.
This country of 60 million people is divided into 20 regions, 5 of which are autonomous, self-governed states. But what most people don't realize about Italy is that there are 34 spoken languages and dialects. 34. In a country the size of Arizona.
By way of the nature of the Roman Empire, a class system beyond comparison, and multiple divisions and fractures in the Latin language, Italy grew into a weird and diverse mess of regional tongues.
In Naples, they talk in a way that they only talk there. And
Can you understand it if you go there?
it's hard, okay? It's really complicated. It's a different language. Sicily, it's considered a different language.
Yeah.
Like, even like intellectually, like on the books, it's considered a language. This is the main difference in Italy. Like you have so many languages, so many people, and this is also what makes it nice, I guess. It's really diverse.
A lot of the passion and competitive nature that we think of within the fiery Italian stereotype is probably based around the fact that tiny distances contain multitudes, including legendary rivalries between towns.
Italy is divided by so many things. That's
I got a word for it. Hang on.
Campanilismo.
Yeah.
Yeah. The campana is the bells.
The bell.
So we're divided, basically. We're arguing among the bells of the towers. So they're so close, it gives you an idea of what we're fighting on. So even from 2 different towers, already there's a difference. There is an arguing, there is a fight.
Two different church towers in 2 different
towers,
towns.
bells.
It's like, they're not the bells from my town, so fuck you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's everywhere. It's not really Italian.
No.
I wouldn't say this is really Italian.
MisInfoNation.
Well, but he's saying it's true. It's just true to the whole world.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah, right.
So
it's true.
by the law of transition, the whole world is Italy.
By the law of transition, the whole world is Italy. There's an idea that Rome divides the north of Italy from the south, but also that Rome is not only the divider, but it's its own thing entirely. Now, Dario couldn't possibly define, or didn't want to, what made the north and the south stereotypically different, so I decided I'd have a go. I'm going to try to get as stereotypical as possible. The South are lazy, criminal, potentially not very intelligent people.
Yeah, the worst
The worst
stereotypes you can
stereotype
find. Yeah.
is what I'm saying right now. And then the North are kind of snooty, snobby, bit higher than now. Fashionista douchebags with big
Intellectuals.
sunglasses.
Yeah, this would sum it up pretty well. I'd say.
Thanks.
In terms of stereotypes.
Of course.
Which we want to find.
We do, but we're not doing a very good job.
No, not until now.
They're failing miserably.
Sorry, guys.
And of course, this division of the country takes us straight back to style. Why are Italians so fashionable?
That's a tough question because you see, you have different types of fashion. In the north, you have like posh kind of fashion, which tends to be more classical, more with a color palette.
Yeah.
While in the south, you have the opposite. You have gold, you have
Flash.
drawings, and like it's about showing off.
Right.
Do they do fashion better than anyone?
Of course.
Would you say you do the worst fashion better than anyone else?
Oh, yes.
Nicely done. Nicely. It's true. Though.
It's true, absolutely.
There's something about mid-50-year-old Italian women's pants that is just outstandingly bad. Like bad.
Screamy bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean like the jaguar theme texture?
leopard
print with a
zebra
print.
jacket.
Yeah.
Or like gold lame. Or,
Sort of gold and...
They all look like Patsy and Edwina from Absolutely Fabulous.
Yeah.
At a certain point, it just changes from like chic to just, fuck it.
Yeah, right.
There's probably a very long list of reasons why Italians always look good. But the top one might not be what you're thinking. Designers, artisans, craftsmen, sure. But the special ingredient to looking your best is living with your mama for a long, long time. Until you were 25 years old, you took all of your washing to your mum, right?
God. Jesus Christ. I knew it. So is this a thing? Like, did you find it on the internet?
No. This is a thing that we all know.
And that I found on the internet.
Oh my God.
No, this
So
is
It's a huge thing, yeah.
I mean, from all my Italian friends and the mamma and the nonna.
Jesus Christ.
I already know from your body language that it's true.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's true.
How's this for a thoroughly depressing statistic? Around 25% of people from the ages of 30 to 40 still live with their parents. You gotta make them happy. And the only way to do that, it would seem, is to stay with them forever.
I've lived with my parents until I was 23.
That sounds young for Italy.
Oh, I was like the only one living.
Wow.
Everybody was like, "Oh, you're living. Oh my God, how are you doing it?" Like all my friends stayed until they were like 30.
Right.
I know people that are 40, 50 living with their parents. But the main reason is if I live with my parents, besides having your clothes washed and whatnot, I can actually buy a nice car. Pleasing your parents is really Italian, I guess so.
Do you still have it?
I think I cannot avoid it. Like, there's no way. Even after years of therapy, you cannot avoid it. It's just one of those things.
Man.
It's definitely not an English thing.
Latin America has its own version of the mom thing, but it's different than the Italian thing. Because the Italian thing is like, as an outsider, feels like a love affair.
It is. It
You
is.
know, when things are going well, when things are going bad, the intensity is high.
Yeah.
It's Greek drama.
Yes.
Looking good, male grooming, branded everything are things that we can't help but think about when it comes to the Italians. But Dario also takes this look your best national mantra back to something a little more lofty, a little more psychological.
You don't want to show your weak side. This also has to do with the Machiavellic, thing that people think we have.
Saying one thing and thinking
Yeah.
something completely different.
Which is true also. I gotta say. I remember like the first year I came here and I was talking with my cousin's wife who's Catalan.
Yeah.
And she was like, I cannot understand why you Italians always say one thing but think another one. And I was like, well, it's not like completely true. But then I was thinking, yeah, fuck, we are like this. We totally are.
So amongst all of this opposed closeness and sleight of hand, There is, of course, another family in Italy, La Cosa Nostra, the Mafia. So your subconscious here would generally head to New York or New Jersey. I mean, such is the power of Italy's most potent and controversial export and the silver-screened life of the mob.
But here, specifically in Sicily and the south of the country, the Mafia has existed, shaken down, and terrorized the country since the mid-17th century in some form or another. And by the early to mid-1900s, the crime syndicate had crept into every corner of the country. It's fallen off over the last 2 decades, but even still, today, everyone's involved, right?
How many members of your family are in the Mafia?
It depends on what you mean by mafia.
The Mafia that people think about, the organized crime in Italy.
That really doesn't exist anymore. The real mafia is in finance now. And no, I'm not connected to the mafia at all. This is what makes me an unusual Italian also. I have no connection with mafia.
I almost believe you.
I am the only one. I'm the exception that confirms the rule.
Okay, so
is this MisInfoNation?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, we got one. And then Dario gave us the lowdown, his own ideology of the small-time crook, and we felt like we were suddenly in a gangster movie.
At some point during your life, you have 2 options. The hard way, which is the legitimate, bureaucratic way. And then you have the easy way, which also sometimes can be the pragmatic way. You have a problem, how do you solve it? Okay, your moral would tell you, go the hard way, but at some point you just have to do it the easy way just to get it done. I don't know. It sounds really
sounds like sounds scary as fuck. Is he trying to get us in the Mafia right now?
I feel like I'm about to be beaten to death with a telephone.
These underhanded dealings, taking the easy way, money under the table. There's a thought from Dario that this quote-unquote easy way just came from pure frustration. Frustration at one thing, bureaucracy. It's an art form in Europe, but like we already know, the Italians do it better than anyone.
Italian bureaucracy is the worst in the world. Like compared to it, Russian is what I imagine Russian bureaucracy is nothing.
So is it the kind of thing like you go to an office and they're like, you need 3 photocopies of the specific document that you have to get from this office that's in a different county, and
then you have to call the other office to get the permission to contact the right office and then come back here in 3 weeks. You know, this is
stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know why.
The world is baffled too. Just Google bureaucratic horror stories in Italy. It's astounding.
The Mafia is one thing, but when it comes to the world that has gripped, controlled, destroyed, heartbroken, and elated an entire nation, there's really only one thing, and that thing is football. Every single Italian is crazy about the beautiful game. So we were certain we had him. We were positive that we had the only Italian non-football fan in the world sitting right in front of us. We've known Dario for about 8 years, and he has never, not once, mentioned football. So MisInfoNation, here we come. You're obviously a crazy football fan.
Of course, guys.
You can't even say. You can't say it's not true.
I don't believe you for a second.
Who's your team?
AC Milan.
Who's the manager?
Pioli.
Who's their
forward?
It's the god Ibrahimovic. Everybody knows that.
What are their back 4?
Okay, it's Romagnoli, then it's
Are you
Calabria.
serious?
Come on, guys.
Are
you serious?
That's crazy.
You're a closet football fan.
Of course, guys.
Oh my God.
That just weirded me out.
I thought he was totally chumping us.
It's totally true. It's super strong. And this is one of the things that is the rivalry between the cities among the teams. It's amazing. It finds itself like it's an explosion.
Right.
So it's unavoidable.
Absolutely.
So how did they do their last match?
We won. We actually won the derby.
What was the score?
We won 2-1 against Inter
Neil is
in
now
the Milan
searching
derby.
on the internet to confirm or
So,
deny to see if Dario is
it was
actually
a-
messing with us. or
it
this
was
is
actually-
real. Neil is now sad.
I'm just weird.
I was
I don't find
convinced-
many like kindred unsporty spirits in
I was
Europe.
convinced that he was not like that. You had no football in you, but that's insane, man.
You've been,
You
you've
choose
been
your
lying to me
friends
this whole time. man.
according to the teams they are for.
What?
Whoa.
I have only one friend that is from Inter, the other.
Wow.
It's hard to have a relationship when you hate each other so
You're
much. On
really
that other
serious.
thing. Absolutely.
Did your Milan love come from your dad?
Yeah, he took
Okay.
me to the stadium when I was 8, and I remember it was us and another kid with his dad. I heard that the crowd was shouting like insults to the other team, which is vaffanculo, which is like a bad word. But I started to sing it. My dad turned and said, "Yeah, you can do it." And the other kid started to sing also, and his dad slapped him. Like, you're not allowed to say this shit. You know? So, but this was my father. You know?
I've just been lying to me for years. I'm so upset.
But he hasn't. He hasn't. If I was doing like one of those like
Why?
I had a usual suspects moment where I was trying to think of all the times we've sat and talked. We've never talked about football.
I have friends just for that. Outside of that, we're not. I wouldn't consider them friends. But inside football, I know they would cover my ass in any situation. It's a weird thing.
Oh man, I feel better now.
After the break, graph paper, superstition, Italian weather girls, exorcists, and food. Glorious food. We'll see you in a minute with much, much more.
We were thinking deeply about Italy for a good few weeks before sitting down with Dario, gathering odds and ends for our chat, and producer Harry Stott mentioned to us to be sure to ask why all the paper in Italy is graph paper. You know, squared paper.
Why are you guys all using squared paper notebooks?
Why not?
But what is the point of a squared paper notebook?
It's perfect.
But not for writing.
What? Every word, every number can be inside the square. It's just fucking perfect. Why not? Like, why have lines or not even anything? That's the worst thing ever. Guys, like, really?
So
Like, I cannot...
it's just for like box write. Like if you're learning how to do an M and you're 6.
It's just to
then
be
yeah.
organized and...
But
and
doesn't it annoy you to look at the squared paper when you're writing?
It's the opposite, actually. If you give me a paper that is not square, I freak out, kind of. And an empty one, like blank page,
paper?
it's
the
a
worst.
nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. I get anxious just thinking about it. I never thought about it, but I cannot conceive a world without like a square notebook.
Amazing.
Jesus.
An American friend of Dario's once told him that Italians need guidelines or else it's chaos. Hence, squared paper notebooks. You learn something new every day. Italy actually has guidelines for everything, which come in the guise of sayings, superstitions, hand gestures, and Dario is quite a superstitious person. But maybe a little embarrassed about it?
I know that you're kind of a superstitious person.
Oh,
right.
fuck. How do you know? We never talked about it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where you were gambling based on the fecal shape of your dog.
Yeah.
Your dogs would take shits and you would
You
take
would photograph
notes.
them and take notes.
I mean, it was deep. Like you were serious into this.
But just for the lottery.
This is not superstition. Superstition is bad luck. This is just gambling. this is everyday gambling.
I mean,
It's more
a
about the
difference.
weirdness of the method.
Exactly. Very specific.
Okay, just think that since the dawn of times, men have been thinking or to find a link between what happens, like real facts, and stuff he have dreamt about or have seen, you know,
Sure.
this kind of stuff. So you basically put this in lottery, as easy as that.
He makes it sound reasonable.
It's fucking reasonable.
It's like
It's fucking logic.
The link between your conscious and subconscious mind. It's just that.
It's just
That's
that.
it.
With dog shit
It's
and
just
lottery.
you reach
I mean,
outside of your brain into the ether.
Okay, the dog shit is just my case. I'm sure, like there are people that see Jesus in a toast.
Or Elvis. Yeah.
That's it.
Dario has never seen Jesus or Elvis on a piece of toast, but he has also never won the lottery. Anyway, we decided to hit him with a series of Italian superstitions to see just how deep into this stuff he was. Never take a bath when you're sick.
Never heard of it.
Cool.
Excellent.
We got one.
17 is unlucky.
Fuck yes.
What's up with 17?
I don't know.
All right.
Because you guys have Friday the 17th. Right?
Yeah, of course.
Friday the 17th is
Yeah.
the day where you're
I don't know
Is
where
that
it comes
true?
from. Yeah.
Is the movie Friday the 13th
Friday the
Friday the 17th in Italy?
They kept it, but everybody's thinking like, why?
Never turn a loaf of bread upside down.
Never heard of it.
Never put a hat on the bed.
Oof, never heard of it.
Nice. That's straight from Drugstore Cowboy, too.
Drugstore Cowboy, yeah. Touch iron to avoid bad luck.
Of course.
What is
So,
it?
wait.
Tocar ferro?
Yeah.
Tocaferro.
Toca ferro.
But normally it would be the genitals.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you touch your genitals against bad luck. If you're a woman, your left breast.
To ward off bad luck, if you're a man, you touch your balls. If you're a woman, your right breast. And the worst thing to see? The worst bad luck? Well,
If you go on a train and there is a nun, you touch your balls.
Excuse me?
because it's
Like a black,
It's
because
like
it's
a,
bad luck.
it's like a black cat.
Absolutely.
You know, like take this from the point of view of the nun for a second.
Yeah.
She's going on public transport. People are just touching their.
Oh, she knows.
Really?
Yeah.
Just train.
Can you explain it?
The word for that describes bad luck in Italian
Yeah.
is sfiga. S-F-I-G-A. Sfiga. The word for pussy
Is figa.
is figa.
Yeah.
So sfiga, every word in Italian that if you put a letter S at the beginning of it,
Yeah.
it becomes negative.
Oh.
So literally it means the absence of pussy. So
Oh
if there's
my
no pussy,
God.
there's no luck. You know, this is the connection.
A nun is the absence.
It's the absence
Of vagina.
Absence.
Yeah. Unless she's really super hot, which is really rare.
Well, it's rare and spectacular when it happens.
It is, yeah. There's nothing better than that. I mean, it's top 5.
But when it happens, oh my God, you will try everything
Oh, absolutely.
on
No,
that
you,
train trip
you will ruin your life.
to try to go underneath that vest, for sure.
We finally
So
did
happy
it.
we got to hot nuns. Oof. So Italians do it better, even if it's being the worst. Could the phrase which Dario wanted to live this show by be broken? We put him straight down to the test. Does Italy do these things better than anywhere else in the world? Ready?
I'm ready.
Coffee.
No.
Oh,
no, guys.
MisInfoNation.
Most of the people that I know, they do this burnt broth, and it's not good. And they're so wrong, I gotta say that.
We got one.
Yes.
Aperitivo.
Of course.
Aperitivo.
There's no aperitivo in any other place in the world. Like in Italy, you ask for a cocktail, and then they bring you a lot of food with it. So, and they treat you in a way that I haven't found anywhere. So,
Do Italians do it better? Suits.
yes, but we share the mystery with the English.
Damn right.
In terms, okay. So here's the thing.
Shut up, Australia.
In terms of taste,
Yeah.
there's no I share the taste with the English, but in terms of artigianato, how do you call it? Like
Craftsmanship.
craftsmanship, we do it better.
Sunglasses.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think we're the best.
Pasta.
This is not a question. This is a statement, and it's a fact, and it cannot be denied.
Beaches.
No.
No?
Who says that?
Google says it.
Greece has the
Wow.
top list.
MisInfoNation.
There you go.
Italy makes the best cars.
Okay, here's the thing. Depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for something that will get you cheeks and will make amazing noise that sounds like music and will go fast as hell,
Yeah.
then yes.
All right.
Otherwise, I would go German all the way.
All right. Ice cream.
Of course. Come on. Any other place that can even get close to it? What is it? Just name it. There's not.
All right. Pizza.
There's nothing else besides Italian pizza. New York, Chicago pizza is not a thing.
I was going to ask you. That was my next question.
That's not pizza. It's pizza, but it's good, but it's not like anything close to what it's real Italian pizza.
All right.
By the way, I have to say, you can only eat great Italian pizza in a few places.
Oh.
So don't imagine that you go to Italy and any place you go to eat pizza is going to be great.
So where can I get
not.
good pizza?
Normally, you would go to the south. Normally, you would go to Naples.
And is there a difference between North pizza and South pizza?
Maybe Northern pizza is more experimental, more gourmet style.
Okay.
While Napolitan pizza has got to be that and that only.
So the last but not least, Italians are the best at sex.
Oh, God. Is it a real question?
Yeah.
You should ask my wife.
My wife, if she says no,
Oh, God.
should we
Is
call
this the
her?
moment that we call her?
Is this the moment we call Martina and ask her this question?
Probably we shouldn't. But the thing is, I remember when I was 13
Yeah.
in England, a summer, I got introduced to this girl and presented myself as an Italian and said, oh my God, I love Italian boys. Like with a really lusty
Yeah. Horny.
voice and
Thirsty, as
and
the
I
kids
thought,
say.
"Oh, thirsty, yeah. And I was like, why? Is it because we want to prove every time, all the time, that we're the best? So we will make every fucking
make an
effort
effort.
possible
Right.
to show that we're the best.
Try-
Even if
try
we're not.
really hard.
She looks
This
like
is-
Ricky Gervais, but I'm going to make this work.
This is going so long.
This outsider image of the lusting Latin Lothario and the dangerous but probably crazy Mediterranean beauty has been a staple in romantic comedies the world over since the talkies. There's something pretty damn sexy about the Mediterranean lifestyle and people in general. The openness and the food and the wine doesn't do anything to hurt it. But something else about Italy really, really stands out as being incredibly and oddly sexual. The weather. Italian weather girls.
Yeah, man, what is going on?
Like, what the hell?
I mean,
Is this the question? Wait, first of
yeah,
all.
that is the
okay.
question.
I mean, generally, people forward-facing on the television, they're attractive.
okay.
But,
But in Italy,
it's
Let me
it's
stop
it's
you.
obscene.
Let me
It's like
stop you because
stratospheric
I know where this is going.
cleavage.
I know what you
and
want to talk about. So let's just fucking do it.
All right.
It's weird. It's just
I want
the
to talk
weather.
about Berlusconi. It's not that fucking weather.
He had us there. Of course we wanted to talk about Silvio Berlusconi. A right-leaning, tax-dodging, womanizing media tycoon with a populist style and a brash personality and no political experience who became the most powerful man in the country. Sound familiar? The pink flamingo in the room.
The hot weather girls. Maybe. Or actually from the trials, it's actually pretty clear that they participated in Bunga Bunga. Or as you call it, Banga Banga. So yes.
So weather girls have already been couched for bunga bunga clubs, and they get like siphoned off into television weather girl positions.
Of course.
Well, what's the chicken and the egg? So do you end up
So this is something really old. Like it was like this before Bunga Bunga. So
before Berlusconi?
I think that the weather girls
Yeah.
comes with Berlusconi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The TV before Berlusconi wasn't like this.
Right, because Berlusconi was a TV guy.
It's like, how do we pep this up?
Yeah. So he came and he said, okay, let's put some American pepper to it, you know?
Right.
Like, so let's make it sexy. Let's make it.
You look good on green. Yes. Here you go.
But wait, my question is, isn't like this in all over the world?
No.
No. All right, let's get out of the dark. Almost smack bang in the middle of Italy is something truly unique to the world. Another country. A tiny country, which is about 0.2 square miles, just to the west of Rome.
It's the smallest country in the world. There's an ATM with instructions in Latin. It owns a telescope in Arizona, USA. It has its own army and football team. It drinks more wine per capita than anywhere else in the world, and it hates the Beatles.
We're talking, of course, about Vatican City. Formed in the 4th century, a place of pilgrimage and the seat of the Catholic Church. It became a sovereign nation in 1929, and obviously Italians are super proud of it.
in the middle of your country, you have this other country filled with dudes that wear kind of like red shoes and funny hats.
But that's
No
the thing.
offense.
This is not Italy. It's another country.
But you don't feel that it's part of Italy.
Not at all. I mean, just think about the guards. They're Swiss.
Yeah.
The army is Swiss.
Yeah.
I would say at least 50%, just to stay with low numbers, is not from Italy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, the Pope is Argentinian. Can I say this?
It's Latino
By the way, I like
time.
the guy, I gotta say.
Yeah, no, he's all right. As far as
Popes
have gone,
goes, yeah. he's like number 3.
he's got a sense of humor. So
He
that's
really
You
has.
have to be to wear that outfit.
Around 80% of the population of Italy are Catholic. It also has the largest number of parishes and priests in the world. Rome alone has 900 churches, and where there's God, there's the devil. And that is always more interesting.
500,000 people every year in Italy go to or have exorcisms.
I thought it was more, actually. Only 500,000.
Those people are acting to pass as Catholics.
Catholicism is really about the form.
Right.
You have to
Right.
do things. You have to say the exact words.
Right.
Otherwise, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
And basically, exorcism is the same thing on the opposite way. Like to reject the devil, they behave like proper Christians. It's just
Right.
they're following the form of it.
They're ticking the box.
They're ticking the box, and so I would say a lot of people are doing that. But it's something that's really so much radicated in the culture that you don't even think about it unless someone asks you, and then you realize you're fucked up. That's what we are as Italians.
Carbonara, parmesan, tagliatelle, gnocchi, lasagna, tiramisu, porchetta, mozzarella, prosciutto, gelato, pizza, focaccia. There's no other European country which has taken over so many menus. And that's tough competition.
Everyone everywhere knows all of the things we've just listed and hundreds more Italian dishes and creations. Dario too, and then some. He's a foodie like no other.
Nobody knows nothing about Italian food. I'm gonna tell you this real thing. I mean, you can find recipes in the old Roman classics
Yeah.
about like the way they used to feast with food. It's been something that's been around all the time and with really weird and specific recipes. And so pizza, pasta is just really a small part of it. The Italian tradition is way, way, way more complicated than that.
I don't want to give him a big head, but Dario's knowledge of food is pretty amazing. He owns a fridge just for cheeses. We'll just leave it at that.
So we tried to get him on a few lesser known dishes. The first one, queso marzu.
Quesumarzu, oh my god. It's illegal now, you know?
Is it really?
It's illegal.
No, we were
It's
talking about the
completely illegal.
What is it?
It's rotten cheese.
Yeah.
You expose it to flies,
Uh-huh.
so they make
Maggots.
maggots
Oh.
in the cheese.
Oh, man.
And then
then
after a
you say-
while, you eat it. I gotta say, I never tried it,
Yeah.
but everybody who has tried it has said it's fucking amazing.
Lampredotto.
Yeah, it's basically interiors.
interiors.
Interiors, there's
Of
like
what?
Of I think it's cow
Yeah.
mainly, just slow cooked tomatoes, herbs, spices, and in the end you make a sandwich out of it,
And?
and it's really good.
Panica meusa?
Panica meuza.
Panica
This is
meusa.
Sicilian, so you have to understand. I'm from the north, so every time you are presenting these things, but this is the
spleen
spleen
sandwich.
sandwich. Yeah.
Right.
It wouldn't be my first choice.
We gotta be honest here. Dario was gonna get all of these right. He's super serious about food, and we were starving. So we pretty much gave up. Sorry. Everyone knows that there aren't many places on the planet that can touch Italy for food. I once cooked a tomato, garlic, chili, and basil fettuccine in an apartment on the Amalfi Coast. It's the best thing I've ever eaten. I've been chasing that forever. Everything there just seems to taste better, fuller, and richer.
But as we know, Italians are also the best at being the worst. So we thought we'd go straight for the one thing that Italians are great at: insulting people. Here's a speed round of pretty rude phrases, and me and Neil destroying the Italian language.
A caso di cane. A cazzo? It's double Z, no?
Yeah, a cazzo.
A cazzo di cane.
There it is.
All right. This is a really good one.
A cazzo di cane.
Oh, God.
Look how he
This
just
is like
woke
the
up.
phrase that explains the old Italian bureaucracy. It means literally dog's cock style.
It's
really
a
done
total,
badly.
total
It's
disaster.
like, yeah, it's not like done properly.
Cagare in mano.
This is like shit in your own hands.
Exactly.
That means like being really afraid of something.
No.
They say, what do you mean no?
Well, I know what it means, but I don't understand the situation where I'm so
Like,
scared.
You're trying to hold it there, but it's,
Oh, I see.
you're trying,
I just understood.
More fearful.
I just understood.
Because you just don't
so
want
my
anything to
hands
happen.
are literally on my ass.
you try to stop it,
Right.
but no,
It's impossible.
Your hands are covered.
Avere I coglioni pieni.
Avere I coglioni pieni, yeah. Your balls are full.
Your balls are full.
Your balls are full. It means like when you're talking with someone and you're so fed up, like my balls are full. Like, yeah, I cannot have it anymore.
I can't take this guy.
Yeah.
Gira
What?
che te rigira,
Gira che ti rigira.
il cetriolo va in culo al artolano.
What? It's the first time I hear it. It means round and round, the cucumber goes in the ass of the shopkeeper. So, so basically,
What's that, my hero?
I think it means whatever you do, in the end, you're gonna pay for it. I guess so. Like, where do you find this? It's the first time I hear it.
The internet's a wonderful place.
You're welcome. I'd put money on the fact that Dario is a guy who's been insulted all over the world, but maybe not by that many shopkeepers or cucumbers.
Well, there are only a few things left on our list. So first, as always, in MisInfoNation, national pride. Are you proud of being Italian?
What is it being Italian? Like, you can be labeled as someone who's really pretending and dressing in a way that is showing off, and so people try to think if you're Italian, you one thing, but Italy is so diverse.
Right.
So diverse. It's really, you cannot label it.
There's you within Italy, like who you are within your own country, and then who you are when you're outside of your own country. Like, you get to be Italian when you're not in Italy, and when you're in Italy, you're Milanese.
All the time you're uncomfortable because as I was born in Milan, but my parents weren't from Milan. So the kids that were from Milan, they would mock me up from my accent, for the way I was talking. So I adapted my dialect to the Milan type. And outside, like, they would say Italy. Oh yeah, of course, I love Naples. I'm from the fucking north. It's like 1,000 kilometers. Like, it's not even close. Like, it's two different countries. So
Right.
it doesn't really make sense. If you want to know stuff from Italy, I will welcome you and talk you through a lot of stuff. Like, you can understand a lot of stuff from the culture through food, especially. But otherwise, it's so huge, like, nobody knows.
The judges here at Passport do know. And according to our count, in the nearly 4-hour conversation, yeah, seriously, the world's idea of Italy, according to Dario, is about 88% correct. Congratulations, Italy. We didn't quite get to 100%, but we definitely have a new winner or loser, depending, I guess, on how you look at it.
As an unstereotypical Italian, telling us all of these things about Italy are true, does that mean that you're telling us a complete lie and you're thinking the other thing?
Exactly.
Like, are you walking misinformation?
I'm basically suggesting in another way, in a hidden way, that you should look for like really specific small stories about Italy, and that is the way to discover something nice. Otherwise, it's just a fucking postcard.
So, of course, Italy is stylish. It is beautiful. But it's diverse, also. It is more than just a postcard, but if it's a postcard you want, it's got that too, in spades. It's both surface and hidden. Almost everything right there on the table and maybe a little underneath. Because remember, there's Italy the easy way, and there's Italy the hard way. Or maybe all of this is nonsense, because Italians are always saying one thing and thinking the other.
But we digress. Basically, Italy, just as we suspected, is filled with division and rivalry, togetherness and family, mama's boys, nice suits, fast cars. It's crammed with endless arguments about important and meaningless things, sometimes at exactly the same time. It's both superstitious and traditional, trendy yet garish. Even the simplest things can be so complicated. It's obsessed with football and food and squared paper, but also with terrible sunglasses, skin-tight animal print leggings, dog poop, and the lottery. It is the best at everything, even if that is the worst.
The beautiful things are such a cliche that you end up like, oh, come on, really? But then, yeah, at some point, it doesn't mean they are not true, even though they're a cliche.
Yeah, no,
They're
we
really part of
need
it.
cliche to have cliche. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. This is a cliche, by the way.
This week's saved pins are Dario's picks of some of his favorite spots around the whole of Italy. They are mostly borderlands, or terre de confine, a little off the beaten track, where he insists you can only find the real Italy.
Number 1 is Passo dello Stelvio. It's the world's most beautiful road. From the Alps going south, stop anywhere in Valtellina to eat one of Italy's best and unknown dishes, pizzoccheri.
Number 2, Carrara, a decaying jewel, white and grey marble caves in the Tuscan region. Eat a nyam nyam at Tognozzi's, or a farinata. It's a flour flatbread inside a pizza, inside a focaccia.
Number 3 is any place of your choice in the region of Friuli Venezia Giulia. It shares a border with Slovenia and Austria, and there you can find the best natural wine in the entire world. Period.
Number 4, Ginostra, or any other remote and wild island from the Eolie archipelago. Don't bring your mobile and forget about everything.
And finally, number 5, Sardinia, birthplace of Dario's ancestors, famous for shepherds. Italians forget that it's part of the country. Literally, there are maps where it doesn't even exist. Sardinians sometimes consider themselves as another nationality. For some reason, Americans think it's better to go to Sicily. But go see the Mamutones Festival and eat a slowly fire-roasted suckling pig, and you'll never want to go anywhere else.
That's it for this week, guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Follow us on all social media or visit us at frequencymachine.com. We'll see you in 2 weeks. This episode of Passport was written and produced by myself and Andres Bartos. Huge thanks to Dario Flores Arcais for all of his thoughts on Italy and for keeping the fact that he's a football fan secret for all these years. The show is mixed and mastered by Julian Kwasniewski. Eliza Engel is our production assistant. Stacey Book, Dominic Ferrari, and Avi Glijansky would never go against the family. They also executive produce the show, which is hosted by me, Neil Innes, and a man who, as far back as he can remember, has always wanted to be a gangster, Andres Bartos. We'll see you in the next place.